The dust is only just beginning to settle in the wake of these Hamas-sponsored demonstrations along the Gaza border. Much of the international community has accused Israel of abusing lethal force against Palestinian protesters, but shocking new IDF footage released from Monday's rally tells a much different story. ILTV's Aaron Porras has the story. So Aaron, tell us about this video.
Well, basically, it's nothing new, so I'm not sure how international leaders seem to keep missing this information somehow. The latest video is a compilation from just the past few days showing evidence of everything the IDF has been saying, and plenty of it. Tens of thousands of Palestinians on the border whipping stones and Molotov cocktails, damaging and destroying the security barrier with literally anything they have available, bolt cutters, etc. Setting and spreading fires, running around with meat cleavers, waving Nazi swastikas with the Palestinian flag, and calling for the death of Jews and death to Israel. And that's just some of what's been happening over the past few weeks during this so-called peaceful sit-in.
Well, clearly there is, a serious threat on the border. I mean, plenty of Palestinians who made it across the fence were either killed or arrested, and they were found with grenades, knives, guns, explosives, and more. But how can the use of force on these suspects be reconciled with the use of force on other protesters who don't pose an immediate threat?
Well, UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, I think, said it best, that there is no way any other country would allow such behavior on their border, much less react to it the way that Israel has. Again, we're talking about 40,000 rioters just this last weekend. But as for the use of force on protesters, the question itself mostly misses the point. Any loss of life is tragic. But when you have enemy combatants threatening your life, your country, the army isn't always left with much of a choice. Further, let's not forget how this loss of life has really been exacerbated in the first place. Hamas is happy with the deaths because it serves their PR war. Not only is Hamas paying people with Iranian money to riot on the border, they're encouraging children, press, and other civilians to head to the front lines, essentially acting as human shields. And finally, while there are definitely innocent casualties, like the infant who was reportedly killed, and you just mentioned, many, if not most of the people targeted are Hamas's military operatives. Even Hamas admitted as much when they named the victims.
All right, well, that leaves a lot to think about. Thanks for coming in, Aaron.